Hello my dear students, I missed you so much since last time. أهلا وسهلا بيكم في حلقة جديدة من حلقات الصف الثاني الإعدادي لمادة اللغة الإنجليزية. النهاردة حلقتنا تحت رعاية وإشراف وزارة التربية والتعليم. Hello my dear students again, and today we have a lot of new lessons. We have a lot of grammar lessons to introduce. We have a lot of skills, life skills, as I told you last time. We have to stress on every time I meet with you. زي ما قلنا المرة اللي فاتت احنا عندنا بجانب الدروس الجديدة concerning grammar, vocabulary, reading, speaking أو أي حاجة من الحاجات دي، عندنا حاجة اسمها life skills أو المهارات الحياتية اللي احنا لازم نتعلمها أو نفوكس on أو نركز عليها علشان تنمي شخصيتنا to be better people in the future، عشان نكون أحسن في المستقبل. Okay? So I prepared something new for you for this session. حضرت لكم حاجة النهاردة جديدة concerning the life skills أو مهارة جديدة ممكن نكتسبها ازاي أو نركز عليها ازاي in our life skills أو في مهاراتنا الحياتية. Last session we introduced the difference between the present simple tense and the present continuous tense. قدمنا المرة اللي فاتت الفرق ما بين زمن المضارع البسيط وزمن المضارع المستمر، وعرفنا ازاي ان احنا how to differentiate أو ازاي نفرق ما بينهم. Also we introduced the email and the layout of the email. اتعلمنا وقدمنا الفورم of the layout of the email, how to write an email. اتعلمنا ازاي نكتب ايميل، نركز على ايه في البداية, then the ending and in the middle. كل ده اتعلمناه and also we will focus on this issue next sessions أو هنركز على برضو layout of the email in the next sessions. Okay? Also we introduced the life skill or something we have to focus on which is called empathy. ركزنا على صفة التعاطف، ان احنا ازاي نتعاطف مع الآخر, how to feel the others, how to pacify the others, او ازاي ان احنا نتعاطف مع الآخر وان احنا ما نبقاش أنانيين وان احنا نهتم دايما بالآخر. This is the word of empathy أو التعاطف. Okay? So that was just a brief أو ده كان اختصار عن اللي احنا قدمناه في الحلقات اللي فاتت. والنهارده عندنا حاجات جديدة إن شاء الله تكون مسلية ومفيدة بالنسبة لكم. Let's start our session now. Let's go. Okay, my dear students. Now, before going into deep details, let's now first focus on our objectives أو نركز على الأهداف of the unit، أهداف الوحدة اللي احنا المفروض إن احنا نبتديها. Okay, مع بعض. Now let's go. Okay, so we have a new unit. It's unit 3 and it's titled with great jobs. هنتكلم النهارده عن وظائف مختلفة وتاريخها ايه، اوكي، وامتى ابتدت ومين اللي ممكن يكون ساهم فيها او في حاجة ليها علاقة بيها. So let's now clarify the objectives before everything. Okay, by the end of this session, guys, you will be able to know and understand the following. For the reading, we will read an article about the Egyptian handball team, and I will tell you why it's the handball team specifically, not the football, for example, or basketball. A text also about the ancient Egyptian doctors and a text about heroes. A hero, guys, means بطل, okay? بطل in a sport في رياضة معينة, بطل in our history في التاريخ. So hero means بطل, okay? So this is for the reading. For the listening, we will know how to describe different heroes. Also, we will talk about a family history. You will learn how to talk about the history of your family, and we can have discussion or we can imagine a discussion about what makes a hero. Then, for the speaking, we will talk about heroes, discussing your family history and saying what you are proud of. And for the language, we will focus on something very important in grammar, which is used to. How to use used to in the past simple tense and what does it mean. And for the last thing I told you at the beginning of the session, the life skill of today is cooperation and collaboration. Cooperation and collaboration means like التكاتف أو التعاون. هنركز عليها by the end of our session just to improve it in our characters. Okay? So now let's begin. As a warm-up, before everything, I want you all to get ready with your books, pencils and highlighters as we usually do. Okay? So get ready now, and we have like a warm-up أو تهيئة before we start our unit. Now, you have this for the first page of your unit, unit 3. Okay? These are some pictures. Of course, maybe you don't know most of them, or you can even have a knowledge or have knowledge about even one of the pictures. So can you guess or can you identify any of these pictures? I guess you can identify one of them. Yes, definitely. I guess you can identify the picture of picture 3, picture of Dr. Magdi Yaqub. So now you are here required to match. المفروض ان انتوا توصلوا every picture with every year of birth and also the profession or the job، أو نوصلها بتاريخ الميلاد، تاريخ ميلاد الكاركتر أو الشخصية دي and the job الوظيفة. Okay, so number 1 is already done for you. It's for coach, sports coach أو مدرب للرياضة. He is called Omar Abdel Qadir, and as you see here, as it's matched here, he was born in 1994. Okay, so can we guess together who are those people in the pictures? Where were they born and their jobs? What are their jobs? Now let's have a quick look now briefly. Okay, for picture 2 here, guys, this is a picture of a well-known female or a well-known lady who is called Samira Musa. Okay, she was born in 1917 and she is a scientist. هي كانت من العلماء. Okay, وكان ليها إسهامات كتيرة في العلم. This is Samira Musa. For picture number 3, as we said, he's totally known by us. He is Dr. Magdi Yaqub, and he was born in 1935, and he is a surgeon. Do you know what's meant by a surgeon? Surgeon, guys, means جراح. Okay, ومينلي طبعا احنا عارفين دكتور مجدي يعقوب جراح لأمراض القلب. Okay, so picture 4. She is Princess Fatma Ismail. Okay, and as you see here, she was born in 1853, and she is a patron. A patron means like someone who wants to donate for or donates to charities and orphanages. هي كانت بتحب تسهم في الجمعيات الخيرية، التبرع ببعض المال، بعض الفلوس لملاجئ، أو برضو أسهمت في بناء جامعة القاهرة، فهي كان ليها إسهامات خيرية. So this is for Princess Fatma Ismail. Okay. So here, complete these sentences from exercise 2 with the correct past time expression. Then listen again and check your answers. Here or now, we will focus on a new tense. A tense which is completely different from present simple and present continuous. Okay? النهارده نركز على زمن جديد، هو زمن الماضي، الماضي البسيط. The past simple tense. Okay? So here, we have some words as you see now in the box, like ago, for, from, in, to, and when. Okay, we have here some questions, and you are asked to fill in the gaps using any of these words. المفروض ان احنا نكمل كل sentence بالكلمة المناسبة من البوكس أو من المربع ده. Okay, so here, space, Omar was 22. A shark attacked him. سمكة قرش هجمته and he lost a leg. وفقد رجل واحدة من الرجلين. Okay, so what is the suitable word? Can you guess? Perfectly. It's when. When Omar was 22, something happened. Okay, now for number 2. Samira Musa was born and space 1917. So what do we need here? Exactly, we need in. In is a preposition أو حرف من حروف الجر, and I usually use it before a year. لو حابين نستخدم السنة أو إن احنا نعمل reference أو نشاور على سنة معينة a date of birth, okay, or a year of birth, يعني سنة ميلاد, بحط قبلها in, the preposition in, okay, as you see here. For number 3, مجدي يعقوب helped people with heart problems. طبعا كان بيعالج مشاكل الناس اللي عندها مشاكل في القلب. Space many years. Can you guess what's the missing word here? Let's display it. It's for many years, يعني من سنين كتيرة فاتت. Okay, then Magdi stopped most of his work as a surgeon. هو وقف نشاطه as a surgeon أو جراح a long time. So what do we need here? Ago. Ago is one of the key words that refers to the past simple tense. حاجة مضت خلاص من زمن كتير فات. And for number 5, here we have dots, and then 1908 and then another dots and other dots and 1940. Okay, people called it the Egyptian University. So here when you have two spaces and 2 years, okay, so we need here from time to time, من سنة كذا لسنة كذا. Okay, so here we have to use from and then to, منذ إلى. Okay, then okay, so here we need to complete such sentences with our own words or with our own answers. يعني احنا هنكمل بمعلومات تخصنا. I just prepared some samples for you. أنا حضرت لكم يعني نماذج من الإجابات اللي ممكن تبقى matching أو تتفق مع الجابس دي. For number 1, I went to primary school for space years. So I prepared sample for you for 6 years of course, لأن احنا طبعا دي مدة سنة المرحلة الابتدائية. Okay. For number 2, I started preparatory school. بدأنا إمتى المرحلة الإعدادية؟ I started preparatory school. I wrote 2 years ago. Okay, for example, or 1 year ago, according to whether you are in second preparatory or third preparatory. If you are in second preparatory, you will say 1 year ago. If you are in third preparatory, you will say, for example, 2 years ago. Okay, for number 3, when I was 12, what happened? I prepared this for you. I was in first preparatory, for example. Okay, these are answers you can change. دي كلها answers أنا بس حضرتها لكم. You can change. ممكن تغيروا أي حاجة فيها. And number 4, yesterday I was at school from time to time. So you have to mention an hour after from and an hour after to. So I mentioned from 8 a.m. a.m. means in the morning and till 3 p.m. which means in the afternoon. Okay? Now, so here we have to complete the table using the verbs in the previous exercises in the in exercise 3 and 4. Okay. هنا لازم نشرح على السمارت بورد. البارت ده مهم جدا because it will focus on the past simple tense. هنركز ازاي على ال past simple tense and we will learn how to use it in a question, in a sentence, the keywords of it. كل ده هنركز عليه على ال whiteboard or our smart board. Okay? يلا بينا نكمل على السمارت بورد. Now guys, let's focus on the new tense as I have just remind you. Okay, here we are to focus on the past simple tense أو زمن الماضي البسيط. Okay, in this tense we have some regular verbs and some irregular verbs. يعني أفعال we can put it in the past simple tense in a normal way أو بتخليها في زمن الماضي بطريقة بسيطة by adding just ed. Okay? Or I change it completely أو بغيرها كلها بالكامل. So let me refer to something here. As you see here, this is the ed. I add ed to the verb attack. Attack يعني يهجم. I just added ed to be attacked, to be هاجم already, okay, in the past. So this is one thing. Help. The main verb or the infinitive verb أو الفعل الأساسي without adding anything is called help. By adding ed, I put it in the past. Okay, so I also added ed. These are the regular verbs أو الverbs اللي هي بتتصرف بشكل طبيعي جدا in the past simple tense by adding ed only. Okay. Some verbs here are to be added to the ed, but we need to double أو نعمل double أو نكتب آخر حرف مرتين. According to what? According to this. If I have a vowel like O, A, I, O, U, if you have any of these vowels أو الحروف المتحركة, if you have it before the last word or sorry before the last letter, you double the last letter. Like for example, when I say swim, swim ended in IM. Okay, so let me choose another color to be clearer for you. Here, swim ended in IM, okay? Because I have I, and I is one of the vowels, حاجة من أو حرف من الحروف المتحركة, okay? So I have to double the letter M. It's going to be, for example, swimming, but this is in, for example, the past continuous. We will focus on later on. But just I give you an example of how to double. Some verbs are to be ended in double the last letter and then the ed or ing or any form. Okay, so let me erase this in order not to be confused أو عشان ما تلخبطوش. And go back to our slide. So we have here call. Call is a main verb. I added ed to be called. اتصل already. Then start, it's now started if I want to refer it to the past. Let's move now to the irregular verbs أو الأشكال اللي مختلفة تماما for the verbs in the past simple tense. Was. Do you know was is what form of any verb or what verb? It's for verb to be. Verb to be أو فعل يكون has some forms in the present and other forms in the past, okay? So one of the forms of verb to be in the past is was. We also have were. I use was for the singular subjects أو للأفعال المفردة like he was, she was, it was, I was, okay? And I use were, W, sorry, let me choose the pen. Here I have were. It's another form of verb to be in the past. I use it with the plural subjects أو للأفعال الجمع like they, you, we, or any two names like Maryam and Ali, for example, okay? So in this case, I use were if I want to refer plural subject لو بشاور على فعل جمع, okay? So here, let's finish. Went. Do you know went is what form of any verb? It's for go. Go is in the present simple tense and the past form of it is went. I go to school every day, and or I say I went to school yesterday, okay? Lost. Lost is the past form of the verb lose. Lose, and here it's for go and here it's for verb to be, okay? So that was the slide of the difference between regular and irregular forms of the verbs. Now we have a reading passage, okay? And it's about a national team. Can you guess, regarding this short article or short extract, can you guess what is this sport? Is it a football sport? Definitely not, because we are not in a football pitch أو إحنا مش في استاد بأرض خضراء. This is the ground here or the floor here is blue. So this means it's played in a sports hall. حاجة بتتلعب في الصالات المغطاة. What are the sports that are played in the sports halls? We have volleyball, we have handball, we have basketball, a lot of sports. So here we have an article, short article about the handball team. Okay, now as we read together, Egyptian heroes, and we said hero is or means بطل, okay? So here Egyptian heroes, the Egyptian handball team are heroes. They won. Won is the past form of the verb win. It's win in the present, W-I-N, and won in the past. They won the Handball Africa Cup of Nations. كسبوا البطولة الأفريقية, okay, in Tunisia, في تونس, in 2020. They won the final against Tunisia 27-23. That means they are the best team in Africa. This is not the first time Egypt's handball team played in a final in 2019 أو 2019 في 2019. The junior team, we have here a new word, junior, okay? Junior means younger team أو فريق الشباب, okay? Won the under 19 World Cup final 32-28 against Germany. كسبوا البطولة دي ضد ألمانيا in 2019. They were the first team from Africa to win it يعني ده كان أول فريق في أفريقيا يكسب حاجة زي دي في السنة دي. In 2018 أو في سنة 2018 the senior team. Senior is opposite to the word junior, okay? So junior means the younger team. Senior means the elder team أو الفريق الأول لكرة الهاندبول، أوكي، أو كرة اليد. In 2018, the senior team were also in the final of the Africa Cup of Nations, but this time they didn't win. They lost, okay? They lost the final against Tunisia. Now, lots of people in Egypt love the sport. Let's hope the Egyptian team can win competitions again. So, that was a reading passage about our heroes, the handball team. And let's have some questions. Here we have some verbs or some words, nouns and verbs. We have handball, it's a sport, نوع من الرياضة. Won, and we said won is the past simple of win. Senior, we said senior, elder or حاجة أكبر، فريق الأكبر. Competitions يعني منافسات, okay? And junior means the younger one. Let's have some questions here. A sport with 7 players in a team. They score by throwing the ball into goal. So what is this? Now I will show you all the questions and then let's think together. Here we have number 2, 3, 4, and 5. For number 1, what is the sport that they are throwing ball at each other? Definitely it's handball. Events when people try to get a prize by being the best at something. So what are those events called? They are called competitions أو منافسات. The opposite of lost. Lost. So what's the opposite of it? Yes, it's won. Okay, so for younger people, now we have junior, and for the older people we have senior. Okay, so here the Egyptian handball team won an important competition in 2020. Is this true or false? We have to go back to the reading passage and decide. هل السنتنس دي صح ولا غلط؟ Definitely it's true. For number 2, the final in 2020 was in Tunisia. So is this true or false? Yes, it's true. For number 3, in 2010, the Egyptian handball team won the final against Tunisia. Is this true? It's false. And for number 4, the senior Egyptian handball team won the World Cup final in 2019. Is this true or false? Let's show it. It's false. Okay. And for number 5, teams from Africa usually win the handball World Cup final. Let's see it. It's false. Okay. And for number 6, the senior Egyptian handball team didn't win the final in 2018, and this is true. Okay. The Tunisian team were the best team in Africa in 2018. So what is this? Yes, it's true. Okay. And for the last one, many people in Egypt like handball. Is this true now? Yes, it's true now. Okay. Here we have some verbs, and I want you to check the pronunciation أو تتأكدوا من النطق. When we say started, started, okay? When I say wanted, wanted. Also we have helped, helped. Or we have finished. We have here the sound that sounds like played, not played. No, I ended with D. And earned. Earn يعني يكسب فلوس. Okay. So here we have some questions and we want to try to rearrange them. Here we have what, where, to do, the Egyptian junior team, the team first, okay? Now I want you to focus on something when you want to reorder أو لما نيجي نرتب لازم نرتب الأول نكتب الأول خالص the WH question form. Then you put did after it, okay? So it's gonna be like this. We put did or where, any helping verb. This is already answered for you. Let's focus on number 2. We have when, did, World Cup. So let me show you the answer now. When did, I shall start with when did they win the World Cup final, okay? Here we have number 3. Again, I have to focus on the WH, then did. What did the Egyptian senior team win? كسبوا ايه in 2020? And for number 4, yes, again I start with WH. Where did Egypt win the competition? And for the last one, yes, I focus on who, but after who, we add the verb in the past directly. Who helped, who ate, who ran, who won, okay? We don't add helping verb here. Okay, so now before I finish my session of today, I just want you to remind you of the collaboration or cooperation. التعاون. ازاي ان احنا نتعلم ان احنا نتعاون مع بعض، نتكاتف علشان خاطر ان احنا to reach best results او ان احنا نوصل لنتائج احسن at school, at house, with our family. اوكي؟ دي حاجة مهمة جدا ان احنا نخلي بالنا منها، التكاتف او التعاون، وهنركز عليها اكتر في الحلقات القادمة. As I just told you, I will focus on important skills every episode or every session. Thank you guys for listening to my presentation, and next time I'll be meeting with you with more interesting slides and presentations. Thank you again. Stay safe. Bye.